everyone, I hope that you're all doing well. In this video for you guys, I just wanted to explain a little bit about my disability and how it has progressed over the years. I feel like this is a question that I get asked a lot, so hopefully this video will be helpful for any of you guys wondering about my disability. I know that I might have previously mentioned that I have something called SMA or Spinal Muscular Atrophy, and in this video I'm just going to explain a little bit more about that into the genetics of it and my unique experience with SMA. So to start, spinal muscular atrophy is a type of muscular dystrophy, and these are just a wide range of genetic diseases that cause people to become weaker over time. There are many other types of muscular dystrophy, but the type of muscular dystrophy that I have is called spinal muscular atrophy. So the cause of SMA is a rather small abnormality or mutation of just one single gene in tens of thousands of the genes in our body. And the mutation can either mean a partial deletion of the gene or it being completely non-existent, kind of like my social life. And from this mutation, there is not enough of a special protein used to communicate from my brain to my muscles to move, and therefore my muscles become atrophied, which means they get weaker over time. And honestly, I could go on and on about the genetics of SMA because it really just interests me. Let me know in the comments if you guys would like a video explaining that, but I'll get back on topic now. Another important thing to know about spinal muscular atrophy is that it has types. So type 0 is the weakest type of SMA, and type 4 on the other hand is considered later onset, and symptoms usually don't start showing up until you're a teenager or into adulthood. So I was diagnosed with type 3 SMA, and my most favorite fact about SMA is its rarity. So about 1 in 11,000 babies in the United States are born with SMA. So really, I'm 1 in 11,000, which is pretty crazy to think about. If you guys are interested in learning more about SMA, whether it's with the types or just hearing other people's stories, I highly recommend going to curesma.org. This is a source that I think has really helped me learn about my disease, and it could help other people if you're interested. I'll put the link to the website in the description. Okay, so on to my experience with spinal muscular atrophy. So I am, in my family, the only known family member to have SMA. I was diagnosed with spinal muscular atrophy around the age of 3. I am a triplet, so I have a brother and a sister who are the same age as me, and they do not have SMA. So as we were all growing up, my parents started to notice that I was sitting a lot more, and when I would try to stand, I would fall down a lot more easily than my brother and my sister. So my parents took me to the doctors, and I was diagnosed with SMA. And my parents were told that I would not make it past my 8th birthday. Yes, 8. That is half of what my age is now, but as you can see, I'm still alive, I'm still standing. Oh, wait, never mind. So I got my first power chair when I was around 3 or 4 years old, and I really didn't use it that much. It was more of just going longer distances because at that age I was still able to walk fairly easily. And as I got older, SMA did progress, and I did stop walking around the age of 8. This was a difficult decision just because it was a big deal to stop walking completely and know that I wouldn't be able to walk again. One of the main reasons I stopped walking was because my immune system was actually becoming weaker with my body having to fight so hard to keep walking. And when I stopped walking, I think my body was able to use its energy more towards its immune system and overall just being more awake during the day. One of the most early hospitalizations that I remember that had been caused by my SMA is getting pneumonia and having to go to the hospital. So this was when I was around 6 years old, and I did have pneumonia, which can affect your breathing and your lungs, which could be really dangerous for someone like me who has SMA because the muscles around my lungs to help me cough would be weakened. Because I cannot walk and I don't move my muscles as much as other people, my bones are more susceptible to being broken. So as far as broken bones go, I have actually only had a broken elbow, my left elbow when I was 4 or 5, and then my right forearm when I was around 10 or 11. The only other major medical event, I guess you could call it, is when I had my spinal fusion when I was 12 years old. So a spinal fusion is basically fusing a spine together with titanium rods and screws and metal to help to straighten a spine out. So there is a lot I could say about this surgery just because it was so major, but long story short, I did recover, I'm here now, and I think that the surgery overall was beneficial to my life. I hope that you guys found this video interesting and were able to learn a little bit about my disease. I really try to be an open book with this kind of stuff, as you guys know, so again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And I hope that everyone has a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!